never lose hope. Life can be stressful at times.
Why managing finance is not being taught in the schools? Years in Australia, 3 top learnings. CA कितना कमाते हैं? How much they earn?
Nifty and Sensex are very dependent on economy.
A boy or a girl who is in 18 or 19, what are the top 3 things you would suggest, like he or she wants to start learning investments like from the scratch? Hello guys. हेलो ये बहुत ही देर की सेटिंग के बाद हमने एक शुरुआत की है और एक अगेन कौन सा एपिसोड है वी डोंट नो बट वेलकम टू द इंटेलेक्चुअल टॉक गाइस.
Thank you so much.
Deep conversation with a side of wittiness.
Oh my.
तो आज का जो हमारे स्पेशलिस्ट और हमारे पैनलिस्ट है द वन एंड ओनली साक्षी नायर. हाँ, तो इंटेलेक्चुअल टॉक का हमारा पूरा पर्पस ये है कि डीप डिस्कशंस लाइफ के बारे में, कुछ भी अबाउट वन एस्पेक्ट ऑफ लाइफ, और लोग सीख सकें, देख सकें और जनरल फनी कुछ हो ऑन द वीकेंड्स. तो अपना स्टार्ट करते हैं पहले इंट्रोडक्शन से. तो फर्स्ट आई विल गो ऐसे, है ना, सबसे पहले. यस. तो गाइस, माई सेल्फ अभिनय गुप्ता. मेरे घर का नाम मिंटू है. बहुत ही फनी नेम है, नो. और टिपिकल मिडिल क्लास स्कूल से इंजीनियरिंग, आईटी, जॉब. अभी ऑस्ट्रेलिया में हम लोग गाइस बैठे हुए हैं, मेलबर्न में हम लोग रहते हैं. मैं 2.5 साल से हूँ. आप कब से?
6 years for me now.
6 years for you. And what about you? 3 साल.
3 साल?
Oh my God.
Sorry. I did not realize मैं शॉक में चली गई. 3 साल हो गए.
3 साल. मेरे को भी ऐसे almost 2.5 years हो गए.
Yeah.
That is a long time in Melbourne.
It goes in like a blink. Like,
Yes.
पता ही नहीं चलता.
Fees gone.
Fees gone. That is actually guys, आप लोगों की अगर फीस अभी जा रही है तो actually we can do a podcast about that कि how can a person get a 100% or a good level of.
Oh, okay. I thought how can we not pay fees?
In other words, scholarship.
But actually
there are a few people who have gotten 100% scholarship in our
We'll have them soon.
And also, like now it's especially for this podcast, it will be other way around. Like her, you invest your money in such good stocks or such places. We'll talk about it later. And you pay your fees.
Yeah.
Other way around.
And even for scholarship, I think it was a phase where it was, scholarships were basically being distributed like pretty easily. Now the rules have changed again, so it will be a little hard. It's going to be a fight to get a scholarship.
So so for me, typical middle class family. Father was a government employee in bank. Mother is a housewife. One big brother, one baby. Typical small family. Or schooling in Agra, UP. Engineering tier 2 college, and then started in IT obviously. Or now I'm here. So yeah, pretty simple. What about you, Miss Parul Tomar? A basic introduction.
Basic, I think a lot of it is similar to you because again I was born and brought up in Agra initially. Did my schooling in Agra. We were in the same school, and for my bachelor's degree I didn't go out. I was studying in Agra only, and after that I was in Delhi for a while studying for CAD, and then I also wrote GMAT, and somehow I ended up living in Australia. I did my master's degree here. I was here for the entire COVID lockdown duration as well, so I didn't go back to India for 3 years straight during COVID because we had the longest lockdown in the world apparently. So
in Australia?
In Victoria, not even just Australia. In Victoria, we had I think more than 263 something days of lockdown. It was the longest lockdown in the world. So anyway, so I was here for first phase of lockdown, second phase, the COVID, the vaccination, all of it. And yeah, and in after that, not after like COVID, separating the COVID phase after the degree, I started working full time.
COVID, how was it like between, if we compare COVID here in Australia and you were in India when there was
I was in
COVID?
India.
I was also in India.
Yeah, that could be a good discussion because I wasn't in India,
Oh, that was
so I obviously cannot compare. So, but yeah.
I was watching an episode today on Tarak Mehta, and obviously there's a series about COVID or Pura Hua. So that really brings me all the memories, or all the scary memories, I would say, कि how traumatized like that time was, कि like you can't go out, you can't come in, or whole scenario of you can't, basically can't do anything. You just stuck in your house. So that's, I don't know how it was here.
I think when you were in India, especially like during that COVID time, it would have been much more scarier for you because you were seeing people just going away from just disappearing from your life because obviously they couldn't cope up with the symptoms or whichever. One thing that obviously
I feel like the first wave was not as bad but the second wave. Second wave is when you started hearing your near and dear ones going through it.
Yeah.
And we have literally seen people being taken into the ambulance. Like they would just come, they'll knock on your doorstep because it was a rule, especially in Mumbai. It was like the committee or the society, whoever is the head, the secretary needs to call up the municipality, and they will send in an ambulance, and they'll come, take everything, take you in the ambulance and throw you in the hospital. If at all you cannot do a provision for yourself into a hospital.
Even the hospital situations,
oh my God,
I heard was pretty bad.
It was very bad. We had somebody in our society that obviously a senior citizen. Thankfully, he was financially well off to afford a private hospital, but he was injected steroids and everything. But he was roughly in the hospital for 2 weeks, and his bill was around like 20 lakhs.
Yeah.
Us time actually the main, I think we can see the real problems in hospitals, administrations, the healthcare industry.
And
how it was.
I think exploit किया गया.
बहुत ज़्यादा exploit किया गया.
Over exploitation to a point where, and you are also desperate.
Obviously.
तो आप भी वही करते हो कि ठीक है यार पैसे ही है दे दो खत्म करो.
At से बढ़कर कुछ नहीं है because वो mindset है कि जान बचे बस.
If at all life can be bought, might as well.
COVID though was really disturbing time, especially like even like today मेरे ताऊजी का birthday है, and he passed away in COVID time because of COVID, and that time was really tough because in 15 days in my family there was 3 deaths, like my ताऊजी and my फूफाजी and उनकी daughter in 15 days, and all COVID. And that time was really tough, but so it was a tough time. So, okay, but okay, coming back to you.
Yeah, so yes, now I'm working full time here, and it's been 6 years. I didn't even realize it's been that long, to be honest.
6 years.
Even bigger celebration.
Okay, 6 years in Australia, 3 top learnings. 6 years in Australia or in any other country from other than your homeland. 3 top learnings. Learn to cook.
Especially if you are living abroad, then yes, you cannot afford that luxury, unfortunately.
Yes.
Because I did live away from my home when I was in India as well. But either I had the tiffin service or
Zomato.
No, but I think I was beyond that. I had a cook for myself.
Oh wow.
Yes, so you didn't know.
I know.
मतलब है पर थे नहीं घर पे.
But
yeah.
Like it's a very, if you live in say obviously if you can, so maids or general support.
Something very easily available.
Very easily available. Or now we should like every time. Obviously it's the same case for everyone. Every time I go India, I just say thank you to my maid auntie जो आती हैं, like thank you so much आप exist करती हो, because first thing parents are getting older, they need help. right? That's very important. Or
Very true.
you can't trust any other person, right? जैसे जो the maid, like Sunita aunty, if you are watching this,
आपको कोटि-कोटि प्रणाम
if
सुनीता
you are
आंटी
watching
जी।
this, she is like मम्मी के साथ, like she's been I think 15 years हमारे घर पे वो आ रहे हैं, I think
घर
more
वाले
than that.
जैसे ही है, family है.
She is a part of family और वो आते हैं तो मतलब trustworthy person. First thing is that like parents are getting the you need someone की जो एक trustworthy हो, और second is कि
हाथ
helpful रहें, तो क्योंकि easy. The first is
Yeah, especially if you are going to live abroad or to study abroad, it will be a really useful skill just to like cook for yourself and if you can feed yourself.
At least basics.
basic
Yeah.
you should
Know the basics.
That's first.
Especially for like starting period, I would say, because if you're coming as a student, that period is a little stressful if you're coming from like a middle class or upper middle class family as well. Second big learning, I would say, never lose hope. Life can be stressful at times, but the beautiful thing about time is that it never stays the same, so always be hopeful. The third one, I'd say, like if you're coming here especially to study, then focus on your studies. There are so many distractions, but if you just
People are coming for distractions, huh? That's why
no,
if
but,
they want
but
to study,
see, because
we
that-
have IITs, NITs or IIMs.
And I think it comes from a point of
No, I was
freedom.
just kidding. वो तो कि distractions तो yes.
See, when I say distractions, I don't mean that don't party or don't hang out with your friends or don't go out or whatever. Do all that, but also because I think the curriculum design here is so activity oriented that you really don't get a chance to literally study and learn from it. You just somehow keep finishing one assignment after the other or do this activity or whatever. You are not really gaining out of what you're paying for. So if you try to aim for that every once in a while, that would be really helpful after you graduate, because here the biggest challenge is to find a job after you graduate. It's not like you're gonna get campus placement, so companies will come and you can discuss or whatever.
Campus placements.
Everything from studying to finding yourself a job, cracking the interview, resume, all of it you're on your own. So keep brushing all those skills.
Brushing your skills. Learn basic survival skills.
Yes.
That is cooking,
Absolutely.
breathing,
Breathing in cleaner air.
cleaner air. Like basic survival skills or basic life skills, I would say.
Yeah, absolutely.
Second is never lose hope. Yeah, and the third is, what is that?
Keep reminding yourself why you came here.
Why you came here, like focus on your studies
and basically focus on yourself and grow.
instead of other distractions. Okay.
Prioritize.
Yeah, do that as well. Otherwise, you're gonna feel like you've lost a lot of the experience of coming abroad itself, because all of it is experience as well.
Cool. Coming back to, so 6 years in Australia, now working as a business analyst in one of the automobile industry. Okay, so we'll come back. So now, Sakshi,
Yes.
a basic introduction from बिल्कुल starting से. Where did you born? About your family, and yeah, the usual.
Born and brought up Mumbai.
Mumbaikar guys.
Mumbaikar.
Yes.
Jai Maharashtra.
Jai Maharashtra.
Yes.
Yeah, born and brought up in Mumbai. Lived with my family, mum, dad, my grandmother, my grandfather. So, and only child.
And only child.
So
It plays a big
yes,
role. Yes.
been privileged all my life. Schooling भी वहीं हुई, college भी वहीं पर हुआ. Soon and right after 12th is when you have to make career choice.
पहले तो I want to know कि when you say college, is it?
Yeah, sorry.
So when you say
Our college, or basically Mumbai State Board or Maharashtra State Board starts after. If you're a state board, college life starts for you after 10th. So that means 11th grade and 12th grade for us is college.
My God.
Then I did my first bit of college in Agra.
Yeah, so we don't have uniforms.
After 10th?
Yeah, because
After 10th?
yeah, because
Damn.
it's not in school, right? It's a completely
But-
different.
Okay, so the question. So even if it's not a school, but you have like your 11th and 12th grade in the same campus itself, I would say it's the same building.
It's not the same. It's exactly like
Okay, so
So
after
for us,
10th,
11th and 12th is junior college,
Right.
and then your post grad, like this, like you're basically 13, 14 या जो भी bachelor's जो undergrad होता है, that is like higher this thing. तो वो एक अलग college होता है. So for us, how it is like, Mumbai University is one head entity. उसके अंदर बाकी सारे colleges आते हैं. So for us, it doesn't matter which college you go to because end of the day your degree will come from Mumbai University.
But if the college doesn't belong to Mumbai University, then they have the same process. Na? For example, okay, but till 12th standard, it should be falling under Mumbai University. But no, there should be CBSE, ICSE also.
तो हाँ, but जो CBSE वाले होते हैं, for example, for them it is like only till 11th and 12th they have an option to continue within the same school. CBSE, ICSE and IB. International board. So these three, it depends कि if you want to continue under your school, but if you are like, you fall under like SSC, that is state board, Maharashtra state board, then you end up doing HSC in 12th, that is higher secondary.
And that is a whole different building.
Whole different college.
It's a different
college.
like for example, अगर
So
मेरा
only grade 10th and grade 11th and grade 12 students will be there in the entire space.
grade 11, 12, it's basically 11, 12 and undergrad.
Oh, that's so cool. Okay.
Yeah, so that's how college.
And then you go to bachelor's college.
No. So 11, 12 and undergrad is all under one
But if
building.
you want to change your course, like for example,
So one college, for example, there are like colleges that are like particularly known for commerce, particularly known for arts.
Oh, okay.
So they're like they specialize in these. So like you can choose which college you want to go
Basically, after 10th, it's a basically big step, na? Because you will be going into a college which will be your like a 4 years thing.
Five technically, because 3 years of schooling,
11, 12,
11, 12,
and 3 years.
and then the bachelor.
But,
If at all, if it's
yeah,
3 years.
most of these colleges offer all three courses. That means science, commerce, and arts. And they specialize in maybe just commerce, maybe just arts, or like that. So you can go to any college you want.
They have, so it is quite.
For example, we live in Bandura.
Yeah.
If I did my schooling in Bandura, my college could be in Flinders Street. So I don't have to wear uniform to college.
So she will be doing 11, 12, and if that.
And I can change too. For example, I can change after 12th as well, a different college.
Okay.
But generally, I don't know. This isn't only in Mumbai.
This is a very Mumbai thing, I feel.
No, because in
This
other
is
states.
a little bit similar to how schools in abroad also work, because after your 10th grade, you are basically like senior school or something like that. So that the rules
Like secondary and 11, 12 is higher secondary.
Yeah, something.
And then वो undergrad आ जाता है.
So they are also like the coolest.
Cool. Mumbai is cool, guys. फिर तो Mumbai is cool.
मतलब हम तो खुश हो गए कि हमें यूनिफॉर्म नहीं पहनना पड़ेगा. 10th निकला, बाल कलर हुए. like be a rebel.
Yeah, right.
Nice.
People who are brought up in Mumbai or Maharashtra, they are pretty cool, actually.
For us, that is all I've known, because generationally my grandfathers were there. My dad was born in bottom, mom was born in bottom. No, I'm also born in bottom.
Okay, so coming back, schooling, high schooling, secondary or whatever you want to call it, college or जो भी, same Mumbai से, and bachelors.
So bachelor's also under Mumbai University. I started with my BCom with an intention of pursuing CA. But soon, 1 year in it, I realized I had a reality check.
What was the first exam? I forgot.
CPT, Common Proficiency Test.
Yeah, CPT.
Now they call it CA Foundation. They have changed the entrance exam a little bit, but मैं वो करने से पहले मेरे डैड ने मुझे वार्निंग दी थी कि मत कर.
That's a CA.
Yeah, my dad's a chartered accountant by profession. He's been almost 30 years in the industry. He's a practicing chartered accountant. So he had given me a standing warning कि मत करना. But मैंने जैसे थोड़ा देखा, I was like, reality check काफी जल्दी मिल गया था.
Actually, CA is
It's a level of dedication and patience. More than hard work, I think it's patience.
Patience, there's so many
हार्ड वर्क
levels.
तो है ही
right?
पर पेशेंस तो बहुत बिकॉज अभी there's so much competition. मेरे को लगता है जो भी कॉमर्स लेता है वो पहला तो उसमें ही जाएगा.
Yeah, obviously, yeah.
सीए जाएगा या तो आर्किटेक्ट बनेगा या तो लॉयर पे जाएगा.
No, there is also CS. CS
But
is-
Company secretary.
yeah, but the thing is, the demand for company secretary is very less because one company can have only one CS. So the thing is, although there
More
is an
CS?
example, मतलब I mean there is an option of taking CS, उतना demand नहीं रहेगा but then again it's almost like कितनी company है तो उन लोग दोनों usually CS and CA करते हैं क्योंकि if you clear CA you can easily clear
Easily.
CS.
Okay.
So they do that.
So then you did bachelor's and then master's in
Masters in finance.
finance. So okay, that's cool. हाँ तो क्या high schooling and schooling in Mumbai.
Yep.
फिर
And
at that time also have you started your investment things or
no, so when I quit my entrance, तभी मेरा it was just I just finished first year and second year के आधे में मैंने entrance तक का छोड़ दिया था. And then it was like because it was BCom, it wasn't really a lot of work. Because what happened is जो BCom का जो portion है it's roughly 11th and 12th का ही बस थोड़ा level बढ़ा देते हैं. And then वो जो मैं CPT कर रही थी तो it was a little more tougher. तो BCom निकल गया easily. तो फिर वो कॉलेज भी ऐसे टाइम पास के लिए जाते थे दोपहर के 12 बजे 1 बजे तक घर भी आना होता था. मैं डैड वाज लाइक भाई तू कर क्या रही है मतलब you're coming home, you're just doing nothing. And then he was like, you know what, why don't you like come to work?
and it is at what stage?
Second year.
I'm sorry, what age? What stage?
What the second? How
That
old are
would
you?
Be, wait, that
19?
would be
19.
19 or 20. yes.
19.
19, 20, yeah.
So at 19 or 20, you started going with like to your father's company or
Correct.
what do you call it?
So
Company?
it's not like exactly his. It's the same firm, but it's a different entity in itself.
Okay.
It's the same partners, but my dad doesn't look into the investments aspect of it.
Oh. But still, yeah, कि at this age of 19, okay, पहले तो ये है कि we started when in the attempt of being a CA. एक साल उसका attempt मारा, clarity हो गई, fact check कि this is
एक
something.
साल नहीं, actually 3 attempts.
3 attempts in 1 year.
No,
2,
2
1.5
years.
years.
I'm sorry, 1.5.
One and a
Yeah.
half.
Every 6 months, yeah.
Okay. I don't know why CA is that tough. I just want to know. Because you both are from commerce background, what's your take on this? Because what I have observed, like engineering, obviously their exams are pretty tough, but it's not like if you can't clear JEE mains or those exams, you can't be an engineer. Unlikely of being CA, which you have to clear certain levels. Why it is that level of
A part of it involves passing percentage highly depends on demand and supply.
Okay.
तो अगर एक साल में अगर CA की डिमांड है तो लोग तभी परसेंटेज बढ़ा देंगे because obviously everybody needs a accountant.
Okay.
Everybody needs their audit done, taxes filed. वो end of the year scrutinization होने ही वाला है, be it anybody, be it an IITian, be it an engineer, be it anybody.
That finance.
End of the day, I feel like everybody should know how banking works. A CA is just somebody who's much more.
You know the things. So
because
this is
it's not just the math aspect of it, but it's also the legality aspect of it that is being taken. Because you need to fall under a certain set of regulations.
I have a question, not question, a general thought process. Why managing finance is not being taught in the schools?
I also have that question.
Very true.
Why?
Because I feel like if you ace that,
So
Because I think our schooling system, the education system, it's been just going on with the same curriculum from years. Like Britishers, I think said something. I don't know. Please do the fact check. I'm just assuming they said something and we've been doing just repeating the same stuff.
क्योंकि basic है, like आप अपना ITR fill कर रहे हो, that's not a tough task. Like it's a general thing, but लोग अभी भी
accountants or
CAs तो नहीं करते, जो CAs तो typically, but accountants के पास जाते हैं just to have that वो कराने के लिए, और पर उसकी क्लियरिटी खुद को होनी चाहिए. हमें हमको मतलब जनरली मैंने मतलब मैं स्टिल अभी भी इंडिया में जो हम लोग करते हैं, मेरे फादर जाते हैं वो CA के पास, और भाई वही मार्च में फाइनेंशियल ईयर के टेस्ट टाइम में, और
कुछ दिमाग लगा
कुछ अपना करो.
यही है मैंने कभी
वही तो. पर आई थिंक इट इज वेरी वेरी रॉन्ग कि a person should know basic management and finance.
manage
Basic.
their money. You must know that.
basic bank work.
Yeah.
Be it looking just basic things that revolve around your four walls is something that you should know about.
Otherwise, see, from that perspective also, you're able to know from your childhood key where to invest as in liabilities क्या होंगी, right, और if you assets क्या होंगे, उसमें आपको एक mindset आपको clear होगा जो कि that happens in very later in the आपके
Yeah, basic thing like what is depreciation, how it works, and what it does apply to, and all those things like that.
There should be courses, मान लो like ऐसे अभी बायजूस और ऐसे कोचिंग आ रहे हैं, there should be some courses for to teach.
I feel personal finance should be a subject in itself in school.
Absolutely, 100%.
Because I feel like वो ना, I feel by you expect a child to take commerce, but on the basis of what? वो मेरे जैसा इंसान जाके कर लेता है CA, फिर जाके asset क्या है, liability क्या है?
That too you knew in school.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so. I still
don't
don't
think
know.
so,
I still don't know, to be honest.
Wait, I think in sorry. For you, it's college, yes.
Yeah, that's for you.
Yeah, grade 11 and 12
Correct.
was
For
school for
11,
me.
but
Yeah, I
then-
knew in school.
I feel like it's too late to introduce that at 11th and 12th grade,
Yeah.
and in the same grade you jump into balance sheet as well.
That
Tallying
was
balance sheet.
insane. My goodness, I was like, why do we have to match it? It just
और
so
एग्जाम
frustrating.
में जब भी वो टैली नहीं होता है, like यार 2 मार्क्स कटेंगे अगर टैली नहीं हुआ तो.
Very true.
अगर आप गलत लिखो तो मार्क्स कटेंगे, अगर नहीं लिखो तो मार्क्स नहीं कटते. तो that was the logic, but
And even to get to that stage of matching the balance sheet, when I say match, which means you have to match your assets to the
I think उसमें तो
liabilities.
काफी जोक्स भी बनते हैं कि like for CAs or I don't know for accountants कि भाई इनका
That is very basic, and to reach at that stage, from that like final balance sheet stage, there are so many accounts that you have to do before that. Take the number from each of those accounts, profit and loss, income, expense, and all that. Yeah, and then all that goes into the balance sheet. So if even the tiniest mistake, then you have to go all the way back finding which of the accounts I did the mistake in. So it's very frustrating.
50 रुपए का पता है issue. 50 I'm like 50 का. If imagine you are tallying in lakhs, उसमें आ जाते हैं 50 रुपए का difference. लाखों की बात हो रही है तो 50 रुपए का कहाँ से मैं निकालूं?
ये तो है actually कि
I'm like that should be negligible. I feel like it doesn't matter. You're talking in lakhs.
And it has to literally match in points as well.
CA कितना कमाते हैं? How much they earn? Like good?
I feel
Why
as
am
a beginner
कि
मेरे को लगता है 10 lakhs, 9-10 lakh is like a
Good
beginning
number.
package.
like in big four companies में generally जो होता है Deloitte and
I'm not
KPMG.
really sure, but I would say a mid-size firm.
Because what I'm saying is,
10.
see, obviously demand and supply, more engineers, competition बढ़ गया, less salary, सब कुछ. Same phenomena apply to everything, like CAs, doctors, right? Less doctors, education tough, competition tough. और वैसे अब इंडिया में तो नहीं हुआ है क्योंकि नीट के एग्जाम लीक हो जाते हैं तो you can't say anything. That is a different story. पर
What if JEE mains के भी होते हैं? It just didn't come out yet.
होते हैं. तो इन्वेस्टमेंट्स पे आते हैं कि कैसा रहा 19 इयर्स की एज से. पहला तो क्या है कि ये माइंडसेट स्टार्टिंग से था कि आई विल बी इन द फाइनेंस और इन्वेस्टमेंट.
I do not even know what finance is.
Okay, you are
Like-
from.
That's interesting.
I did not know anything until the day.
What is the difference between finance and investments? Is there a difference first of all? Like
Finance is a broader
broader terminology.
aspect. I mean, अगर हमें the difference should be what is the difference between finance and accounts.
Yeah.
Finance and accounts.
I think that's one of the questions we get in exams as well
Yeah.
in commerce, like Bachelor of Commerce.
Our professor asked us here and we did not have an answer.
And we
None
got
of the
writing
people in
answer.
class, none of the people.
So finance is a umbrella.
It's an umbrella term. Investments is a part
So
of
one
it.
and accounts is a part of it, or accounts.
Yeah, accounts comes under finance.
Finance.
Because it's obviously accounting is necessary. If it is not accounted for, end of the day you wouldn't know what you have in hand. And जो बोलते हैं ना cash at the end of the year जो हाथ में है और उस cash का आप क्या करना चाहते हो is basically is what finance or this thing does. Finance looks at, so basically finance is more future driven, accounts is more historical because it's like you make year ending accounts, so basically you account everything that happened in the financial year.
Okay. तो 19 ये तो कौन सा year था 20?
You're making us all the maths on me.
No, I'm just.
I don't know, must be
4 or 5 years ago. चलो just
उसके भी हाँ
18, 17, 18.
हाँ roughly.
Okay. तो अभी a boy or a girl who is in 18 or 19, what are the top 3 things you would suggest, like if he or she wants to start learning investments like from the scratch, what he or she should do, like in the age of 18, 19? Can you open a demat account if you're below 18? I don't think so, no? Okay, so this is what...
You will be a minor, so you will have to have a guardian.
Okay. So what are the, as a general, what do you think, like, जो you have applied or in your, learnings at that 19, when you were...
When I started, my first day would have been anybody's first day in terms of not even knowing finance. So it involved basically just sitting in front of the computer, and first I was just asked to read the news. That was the first thing I did. I sat in front of the portal. I remember being told to open money control. उसके अंदर एक stocks का part रहता है और उसके अंदर stock related news होते हैं. And I was asked to read that. अभी उसमें बोल रहे हैं this went up, this went. तभी तो मुझे सेंसेक्स और निफ्टी क्या था वो भी नहीं पता था. I did not know what is it. तो I started reading and then I was like ठीक है मतलब कुछ तो बोल रहा है, कुछ तो ऊपर गया, कुछ तो नीचे गया.
But I think that is really amazing कि at the age of 19, I think मेरे को कुछ साल पहले I got to know okay what is Nifty, what is Sensex, but because I think you have that guardianship वाला parents के संग, that's why you got.
Dad ने पता नहीं बस एकदम कि ऑफिस आ जा कि because
I think it's one of the blessings if somebody is there even to guide you to like baby steps, can just nudge you to look in that direction. It's just
maybe I think it makes a lot of difference. So it just firstly being, so what I understood at the end of that activity is Nifty and Sensex are very dependent on economy. That is why I was asked to read news.
Okay. Money control.
Money control.
ऐसे what are the other options इसी में ऐसे like money control?
There is money control, there is economy. अभी तो सब जो अपने standard. My dad till date reads newspaper. Like मेरे घर पे इतना सारा newspaper आता है. चाहे Economic Times, Mint, Mumbai Mirror, Times of India, Bombay Times. I used to love page 3. मैं सिर्फ page 3 पढ़ती थी. But my dad till date he'll sit with that paper with a pen and he'll mark things.
Wow.
So he's one of those people. But I think the more you read, the more you understand.
Basically, what I'm getting is like whoever want to start in finance or investing.
Start acquainting yourself with things basically
with
economy,
things,
be it like basic news that would influence the economy, be it crude prices, because it's one of the biggest place where our money goes.
If I want to start, what's the category? Say, where should I invest? 19 years old, boy and girl, equity, stocks,
You shouldn't
mutual
invest
funds.
money at 19.
No.
If you don't know, don't put in money.
But how am I gonna learn that?
First understand what you are putting your money into. उसके लिए you need to know first what is a stock. At 19, if I were to ask you, okay, you want to put money, किस में डालना है? तो अगर मैं आपको as basic, imagine you are 19 years old, you say okay I want to put my money, what do you want to put your money?
That's why.
Exactly, so that means, and my second question would be, why do you want to put your money in it?
Because I want to learn trading.
No, but
Correct.
then don't risk your money.
Exactly.
No, but see, for example,
No.
what I'm saying is that I want to be an investment.
You want to be, I understand, but it comes from a point of being first acquainted as to how it works. एक stock, it's not even an ownership. It's just
It's a part
आपको
of-
ठीक है, आपको हाथ में मिल जाएगा वो, you will get a share certificate and everything. वो पहले होता था, but अभी it is dematerialized. But you get it, but what will you do of it?
So I'll go to money control. That's what you
Read,
Read
basically,
it. So
I
money
would
control
say,
is one thing.
read news,
News.
acquaint yourself with what is a stock first.
And there would be plenty of YouTube videos.
Oh,
about
yeah.
Like what is
Basic.
stock, what is mutual funds,
Correct.
how Nifty works, what is
Correct.
Sensex,
Yes.
and like general understanding has. Okay, assuming I have that understanding, obviously, because
Correct.
then what's next? Like
Next thing is first is how much money you have.
assuming 2 lakh, I have 2 lakh money.
ठीक है. अभी
Which I can obviously there's don't invest, and it's a and guys, we are not giving any financial advices.
no
This is
financial advices, just a conversation.
Please do your market research. तो ये वरना भाई घूम फिर के हम भी आ जाएगा. They will be, you must have seen starting में हुआ एक warning वाला जब वीडियो चालू हुआ है तो
all these scheme related
Yes.
conversations.
this is just a conversation.
Yeah.
So okay, now assuming I have the ideas, how does it all work? I have 2 lakhs of rupees. Then
अभी
what's
आपको
next?
first you also need to identify whether you want to invest or you want to trade.
Which I want to earn money, which is better.
No, they are two different things.
No, I'm just saying that because
नहीं, क्योंकि a trader has a different risk taking capacity, an investor has a different
2 lakhs,
risk-taking.
I can invest 2 lakhs on any stocks or any.
And are you ready to lose
it? Yes.
ठीक है.
Assuming that.
तो assuming आप अगर एक trader हो, so I would say if you are a trader, then the first thing you should know is how to read a trading portal.
Okay. Trading portal.
Trading portal, for example, it's a basic screen जिसके ऊपर पूरे के पूरे stocks रहेंगे और उस पर आपको buy sell का option रहता है. For example, you click on a stock, you will see कि ठीक है आज के दिन कितने buyers हैं, कितने sellers हैं, किस price पे buyers and sellers हैं, हर price पे volume क्या हो रहा है. So, and there are a lot of indicators there that you need to know to read.
Okay. So what portals are there? कौन से?
So no, these are like basically you can trade for now. For example, as an individual, there are a lot of Zerodha आ गया अभी तो. There is Edelweiss. There are like so many
तो
platforms.
Zerodha ये सब तो I think बहुत common, मतलब something जो एक trader के लिए I think मैंने जो आपने देखे होंगे कि like बड़े screens में वो कौन से portals होते हैं? Like वो Zerodha और
No,
ये common.
they are basically, so it depends whether if you are a sub broker or a broker. Basically, these are broking agencies. So
नहीं, assuming again, I know सारे like read all those things, how stocks works, everything I know. Okay, mutual fund ये सब कुछ हो गया. Now I have 2 lakh rupees. I want to trade, like I want to start trading. प्लेटफॉर्म मेरे को चूज करना है. ओके, मैंने कोई भी प्लेटफॉर्म चूज किया, बाय सेल ज़ेरोधा हो व्हाटएवर. पर कोई स्पेसिफिक एनी टूल यू नो लाइक व्हिच विल हेल्प यू नो टू हैव दैट डिटेल्ड इंफॉर्मेशन जो कि जनरल ना हो. That's
in
what I'm saying.
general, I'll tell you there are these few places. Ideally, when you buy a stock, आप ये you want to buy fundamentally sound stock. अभी fundamental basically ये होता है कि कंपनी के balance sheets are basically P&L and everything looks decent. First basic criteria is like you look at कि जो 5-6-7 quarters है उसके your operating profit बढ़ते हुए दिखना चाहिए. Your net profit should be
वो उस पोर्टल में देखेगा मुझको.
No, it's not a portal. There
For
are
example,
different
let me
screeners करके होता है.
Tata Motors मैंने लिया पिक किया.
Correct.
Right, I want to invest Tata Motors, like in the Tata Motors. What are the basic things I should look for?
So
I don't know about anything Tata Motors.
ठीक है.
I just know कि किसी ने मुझे बोला.
It basically starts with looking for what is Tata Motors. So for one such website is Stock Screener.
Stock screen है.
So you can just like basically go type the company name whichever you're looking for. तो उस पे आपको जाके पूरा A to Z company का दिखेगा for the past maybe 10 years.
Okay.
So it will be Tata Motors का क्या business है, then उसका market capitalization रहेगा, उसका face value रहेगा, then what is the share capital or what is their market share, then be it उसके Tata Motors के competitors कौन है. So you will see what are the same companies maybe in the automobile industry and what is the difference in their stock prices. Everything will be on the same page. Then they will have financials, which is one of the prerequisites as well that you need to look into. For example, be it your
My question here is, okay, these information are here, but how do you, like, from an investment, because you are comparatively investment have more knowledge than both of us. कैसे पता पड़ेगा कि like this is a company I like for a trader point of view. Obviously there are 100 of factors, पर give me ऐसा कि ये हाँ यार ये कम जैसे टाटा एक हो गया टाटा मोटर्स और एक कोई और उसका कंपटीशन I don't know जो भी है होगा अदानी पावर राइट I don't know is the same thing. Tata Power and Adani Power. हाँ. Tata Power and Adani Power. Assuming they have started from last year only. Have same vision, same people, whatever, all those things. Then how would you decide which company to invest in?
Now I know that Tata Power is a much more older company as compared to Adani Power.
Look for the historical graphs or historical things.
First हाँ तो historical इसका ज़्यादा थोड़ा है. Second thing goodwill. I have a little.
But ये this is not contrary of. No, this is good for the long term investment, right? But
now we are talking about Nifty because Tata Motor no it's not necessarily Nifty but because it's associated with Tata अपने को लगता है कि ठीक है कंपनी गुडविल है तो ये नुकसान नहीं
कर रहा है. I'm saying कि मेरे को 2 लाख को आज लगा के again this is a very specific I'm going in a very specific example but what I'm trying to figure out is if there are two companies A and B have certain numbers of experience whatever सब कुछ and if I want to start investment or being as a trader what are the top 3 qualities I should look for in a company? There are hundreds of obviously you can't predict everything but generally
I'll tell you what I do. Yeah, okay. There is something called as volume जो create होता है prices पे for example हर दिन if we see the past 1 week हफ्ते के 5 trading days होते हैं. You will see कि for example sometimes what will happen is the price is increasing on every given day और हर given day के साथ volume भी बढ़ रहा है. That is when you know there is something happening internally inside the company.
Okay. So people are buying it or selling?
Exactly. That is when normally जब भी price बढ़ता है that is when people are buying.
Okay.
That is
because there is a shortage of not shortage
demand supply. It's almost like inflation ना जब भी price बढ़ता है तो inflationary conditions create होते हैं. So that is what happens that price goes up, volume goes up. So that is when you know that okay something is happening. So when this is happening, now it is a gamble. क्योंकि आपको पता नहीं है कल क्या होने वाला है. So ideally what you do is कि ठीक है then you look at कि ठीक है fundamentally company looks strong. Technical then there is something called as technical analysis वो जो charts जो होते हैं.
It will be in the
everything is on वो तो आपको money control पे भी दिख जाता है. Candlesticks हो गए, basic line graphs हो गए. You see तो you will understand what it looks like. For that you need to study a little bit. You need to know the basic of reading a graph.
How would you know that? Like,
everything in today's date and age, everything can be YouTube. How to read candlesticks.
Any specific YouTube channels do you like? Any?
Not really. Just.
So okay, so.
I think she learned on the go while working.
Yeah, for me it was.
हाँ
मेरा जो experience था, it was like very कि साथ में मेरे साथ मैं trader के साथ बैठी थी. And he used to be like, ठीक है, ये करो, ये देखो, वो देखो.
तो.
I think yours is more like.
Mine is a very practical, amateur experience. Mine is not. So I did not come from an educational.
No, that's what we want to know. Ki bhai.
I think that's better.
Yeah.
Because she started.
Because
But in markets, I feel what is key. You should have a certain level of gut feeling. कि मेरे को ये point पे decision लेना.
that gut feeling I want to try. I want to वही तो figure out की point out.
I don't know, but I feel like it comes with the experience.
Yeah.
The more you do it, and you get.
That experience, that's what.
Yeah.
All the experience.
No, that's what I'm saying.
But then वही आप क्योंकि मैंने गवाया 5 लाख. My dad gave me 5 lakhs and I made it 0. So after that I understood what not to do.
What not?
And what is that?
What is that?
That when you don't understand something, step away and learn about it. And if you do not have the risk-taking capacity, do not do it.
Okay. तो basic पहले अपने आप को get yourself like do the readings about
Get
how
decent information. Because ये सट्टा, it's not like gambling, but ये सट्टा है. But it is more of like an informed gambling.
वो तो हर्षद मेहता की जो पूरी वेब सीरीज आई थी और उसमें you can see like there is a जैसे he was saying कि वो जो volume change हो रहा है the portal, how do we know it's a real volume, right?
It's never the real.
Right.
A lot of times I'll tell you what happens. जो छोटे कंपनीज होते हैं ना, उनके ना ट्रेडर्स एक रूम में बैठते हैं. They create volume. बस एक ही बंदा buy sell करके volume ये होता है.
Actually that's a see you can't
that is
know.
what happens.
वो जो वही तो बोलते हैं बुल और बी क्या बोलते हैं बुल और बेयर का जो
bear market और bull market. So especially a lot of these small companies जिसके share prices 8-9 रुपए या तो even 1-2 रुपए, for example Vodafone Idea.
Yeah. Yes Bank.
What do they do? वो तो Yes Bank भैया 300 से गिरा है नीचे. मैंने खरीदा था 300 पे. अभी भी मैंने बेचा. I sold it at 25 rupees.
My God.
Because there was no coming back.
Yeah,
that's true.
But so that is what you learn later, that we are a very small fish in the sea. And there are people, हम खरीदते 10-100 share, 500 share. There are people who are trading in like 10,000, not 10, crores and crores of money. And what हमारा 500 क्या competition में?
वो तो that is true. पर ओके मनी कंट्रोल पे जाके देखो स्टॉक सेकंड वेबसाइट स्टॉक स्क्रीनर is one of the other website to get what's happening in the market.
What will happen is you just go and type a company name, हजारों वेबसाइट्स खुल जाएंगे. Just start reading.
Still actually वही मैं जानना चाह रहा हूँ क्योंकि लोग कभी कोई स्टार्ट करते हैं तो they get confused, right?
I genuinely like Mint as well क्योंकि उनका लैंग्वेज बहुत क्लीन है. It's very simple language. Economic Times थोड़ा ये करता है मेरे को.
4 websites you have mentioned to go and know more about websites: Money Control, Mint, Stock Screener, and
Economic Times as well.
These 4. Okay. Now
Investing as a website, investing.com.
Okay. These 5 to start with. You go through like daily go through these 5 websites.
So the whole idea is news subject is same होंगी, but it's been interpreted in 5 different ways. So you understand what are the 5 possibilities.
That's actually a very good point.
You different perspective मिलेगा उसमें. But that's what I'm trying to say कि she has the experience. अब मैं start करूँगा, right? मैं for example मैं कोई एक ABC website पे जा रहा हूँ and I'm considering that website is a valid और अच्छा है. But मैंने कर दिया देख के 1 साल उसमें निकाल दिया, मुझे समझ में आ रहा है ये website तो यार is not good.
अभी इसमें भी ना there is this thing. For example अगर आप बोलते हो ना जब आते हैं ना buy this at this price, ये ना सबसे बड़ा scam है. Because I'll tell you what is happening when there are ये जो even on CNBC and everything, what happens is there are these, for example Motilal, I don't want to take any of these names, but there are platforms like they will be like fund managers will come there. They will tell you कि ये stock का target price ये है. Okay, what happens is these people have already bought it at a lower price.
Yeah. And they're trying to create that.
तो अभी मेरे को लगता है कि for example, I'm like ठीक है, let's say Apple. Apple का target price उन लोग बोलेंगे X price. Goldman Sachs is saying that. I'm like यार Goldman Sachs बोल रहा है तो जाएगा ही. अभी मेरे जैसे 1000 retailers होंगे. जब भी मैं जाके when I'm buying at a certain price and it's going up, and when it reaches a target price, Goldman Sachs will sell it.
और फिर उसके बाद वो नीचे जाना शुरू हो जाएगा.
That is when you see volume. So if you are somebody, that was my activity, that was to notice daily volume. तो basically अगर आज volume हो रहा है, दूसरे दिन volume हो रहा है, तीसरे दिन you should step in.
अच्छा.
Ideally. So you choose 10 stocks notice volume
Mm.
and you follow it for at least 1 month. A lot of times it's a very
Regress.
yeah, no, not regret. It's a very stereotypical moment. For example, अभी as basic thing as बोल लो कि Reliance का last के 15 मिनट closing में 20 रुपए का ऊपर नीचे होता है.
Observe the pattern basically.
Observe the pattern. This cannot be taught. It's more of like you need to. So that is what I was saying. That spend time looking at things.
So first, for example, 19 years old, read all those things, learn, have a platform, create your Demat account or whatever, follow the process, and learn how to first learn about the graphs, all those things, like what it actually means, what is volume, right? Like, और उसके अभी हजारों terms भी होंगे, you don't know, but learn about that things. The other point is observe the pattern. Like, do not invest in like just as मैंने कोई देखा हाँ just किया. Have a 1 month or 10 days of observation, then invest in that.
I think if you're a beginner, at least spend like a month or two.
Yeah,
just analyze.
to familiarize yourself with the terminologies. For example, there is something called as price earning ratio, PE ratio बोलते हैं. It's basically stock price divided by the company का earning, जिसका एक ratio आता है. So when you look, what happens is when there are, for example, you took Tata Motors. So there will be like other companies in the automobile industry और सबका वैसे एक ratio आता है, price earning ratio आता है. So what happens is when you look as an industry, एक average ratio निकलता है. So वो average के basis पे you will know कि which company is overvalued and which company is undervalued. If it is more than the average, that means people are constantly buying it. And if it is under, that means it's undervalued. In terms of, it's not selling it, but people are not preferring to buy it. So that means you know where you should not
where
jump.
We can see that these
on stock screen.
on
सब
stock.
दिखता है.
You can so if a company is overvalued, for example, again we are taking Tata
If it is
Motors.
overvalued, it will be expensive.
Expensive as in it will not go like up ज़्यादा कि
नहीं, for example, overvalued आप खरीद भी नहीं पाओगे ना. पर मैं 1200-1300 का कितना स्टॉक खरीदोगे?
नहीं, assuming मेरे पास है वो
कॉर्पस है. So a lot of times that's when you see कि कितने टाइम से ऊपर जा रहा है. क्योंकि a lot of times एक bubble form होता है and when something is going like अभी बीच में जब भी निफ्टी का हो रहा था, it's just going up, it's just going up, it's just going up. It doesn't seem normal. You are making everything look very easy. और अभी almost 1-1.5 हफ्ते से एकदम flat है.
एकदम flat है.
Nothing is
I have
happening.
also seen that एकदम flat.
So you are like, now what has happened is if you have somebody who bought it say at 1200 and you are like these stocks are running at an all-time high.
Okay.
Imagine investing at an all-time high and you don't know where it's going to go. Now this is where your approach comes. Are you long sighted or short sighted? अगर आप 10 साल का सोच के आज इन्वेस्ट कर रहे हो इसलिए डाल दो. Then don't think about it because Nifty or Sensex has had a very good historical run.
I've for all the videos और जो reels मेरे को आते हैं और जितने भी मैं थोड़ा बहुत देखता भी हूँ, one thing which I've learned and I think it is always if you wanna go for long term, Nifty is the best.
Yeah.
Nifty 50 is the like nothing can like this is literally from I've heard it from biggest of the investors or जो भी बोलते हैं ना traders I don't know कि if you gonna go for long term वाला investment, invest in Nifty. It is the best.
I recently invested in a Nifty 500 NFO.
Okay.
तो उसमें large cap, mid cap, small cap सब है, but their major exposure is towards small cap because वही है ना, it's there is this logic. एक छोटा ना हाथी बड़ा हाथी बन जाता है, but एक बार वो बड़ा हो जाता है ना, वो बहुत धीरे चलता है. That is what a Reliance is or a Tata is doing. So it's the idea is to look at for the
but
next
actually
Tata.
I think with this psychology people are doing like investing in mid or small cap more. So
the whole idea to have a large cap in your portfolio is just to stabilize your this thing.
So okay.
Because end of the day it's high risk, right? So high risk is not.
Even if you invest in small cap mutual funds, for example, they also have like if they are investing in 10 companies, top two companies or 3 or 4 companies are nifties, right? So, but why we are calling them as a small cap? Because they are not just focusing on the big companies like Reliance or Tata, but they are also investing in the small organizations, right?
Correct.
So, उसमें भी okay. So that means the risk in small cap is more than the large cap,
Obviously,
right? Okay.
But वही है ना कि you won't get extraordinary returns in a large cap.
As compared to small
Yeah.
cap.
स्मॉल कैप का आपका छोटे एक साल में आपको रिटर्न्स तुरंत आ जाएगा. फॉर एग्जाम्पल एज सिंपल एज टाटा मोटर्स, उसका एक टाइम पे प्राइस आई हैव सीन इट एट 250. इट्स राइट नाउ 3 years डाउन द लाइन इट वाज एट 250 300. राइट नाउ इट्स एट 1200. 3 साल में. सो दैट इज व्हाट as simple as during COVID, Reliance fell to 800 just when COVID hit. It was at a historical all-time low. बट वही है ना, जब भी पैनिक द होल आइडिया हैपेंस कि तुम इतना डर जाते हो ना कि और डूबेगा, बट देन वी फॉरगेट दैट इट्स अ रिलायंस. इट कंट्रीब्यूट्स टू 1/3 of India's exports.
Right.
So if you are an investor, that is when you put money when it crashes into good companies. तो तभी बिंदास डाल दो, but otherwise you can be a little conservative.
What are the 3 next industries should a person invest in now? Like next 10 years. 3 industries, top 3 industries.
I don't know, honestly. I read something and I see कि okay, if this looks interesting, I take a gamble, then I do some research, then I share it with my father, then we have a conversation. So मेरा approach is a little different, but how we look at it is I like putting my money in dividend paying companies.
Dividend.
So it's more of like you have one fixed income also.
Okay, so instead of how companies are running, instead of domain specific, you go type of company, right? Domain that means IT, agriculture, or AI.
थोड़ा अलग है.
So okay, why is that like this is not for investment perspective, for a general person who's looking, he was like seeing this video. 3 domains और उनके एक कंपनी, like what do you think, like those companies are doing well, or it's gonna, like for example Tata Motors, Tata Power, I think it's gonna do well.
I think Tata Motor is going to, because
okay, तो अभी what are the general tips you want to give for any new person who wants to start in investments? What are the general tips you want to give, like top 3?
I think there are 2 kinds. One, who people who want to look into investing their own money, and the second is somebody who wants to be a trader.
No, I'm saying trader is a very complicated, I think, thing that requires lots and lots of things.
Right. So
Things.
I think,
instincts.
From a general लोगों के लिए, like
for
a
an
typical
investor, let's talk about an investor, because
what are the general
be लंबा सोचो.
long term investment.
हाँ, don't get scared of short term movements. कि आज को अगर निफ्टी 2000 पॉइंट भी गिर गया, buy it every dip is what a lot of people say, but the thing is it's very easy to get scared. डर लगता है, obviously it's your hard earned money, but again, your actions shouldn't be based on short term moments. So at every dip, buy.
That's actually a good strategy. I've heard this tip in lots of कि if you have money, obviously,
and buy good companies.
Good companies in the dip.
When at every dip you could buy blue chip companies. Most of the blue chip companies are large cap companies. Be it even 1 share or 2 share, you never know. because what happens is sometimes 10 years down the line, ये company के splits होते हैं या bonuses होते हैं. So even if you have put 10 years down the line, what if you have like 20? Right? So long term, eventually you will be earning dividend or whatever. You never know what's happening with the company, and especially with what pace Indian economy is going, we have no idea. So things are going to boom for sure. So be optimistic when you're investing. That is one. Second, do not put all your eggs in one basket. Basic, like I cannot, like for example, thoda like jitna aapko stocks mein rakhna hai, I understand, but be a little, because I want to be a little conservative, that doesn't mean I would go away from an FD. Make secure investments, diversify your investments, and try learning and looking into your investments yourself rather than depending on an advisor. Completely, because a lot of time what happens is वो advisor भी खुद का commission का भी सोच के देगा.
Yeah, they only ask you to invest in those things which has more commission.
Correct. So not just that, it is more of like they are also getting commission from some other place. So look into your investments from time to time. Even though especially when you're a long-term investor, it would be good for you to look every month. Once a month, dekh lo. It's good to have. That's where even you know what is happening.
I also want to add in here is start investing as early as you can.
Yes, if you're making money, start.
Like because do SIPs is the best.
Oh yes.
Is the best, I think. Like, क्योंकि वो अपने mindset. Huh?
If you don't know anything,
start off with an SIP.
Yeah. Start with an SIP, invest
because the power of compounding is crazy.
Like if you are earning 10,000 a month, have 1,000 or 500 rupees SIP as early as you can. Invest in mutual funds. If you don't know anything about stocks, if you don't want, you don't have time, just do a small SIP of 500 rupees. It will grow in exponentially, or like the compounding power of compounding will happen. And obviously, this is more of a for salaried person. If you have a salary on first of every month, have SIPs on second or third.
पहले कट
जाए उसके like why I am saying it because वो mindset आएगा कि वो पहले कट गया अब चलो भाई I have 5 rupees I have to make sure कि पूरा month जाए. तो be optimistic और start investing as early as you can as जो भी चल रहा है. But I think other than this also people are more focused on investments. Also, this is something which I personally feel. आप पैसा जितना बचाने का सोचोगे ना, you can't grow. Focus on how you can earn more. That could be done via investment on yourself, learning a new skill, or learning something else. If you focus कि भाई मुझे 10 में से यार मेरे को 10 रुपये से 8 रुपये बचाने हैं, 2 मेरे वहाँ चले गए, 3 में वो करना यार मैं आज वॉक करके 2 रुपये बच जाएंगे मेरे. डेफिनेटली आप उसी 10 रुपये में फंस रहोगे. आप अगर सोचोगे नहीं यार मुझे 10 के 15 करने हैं, हाउ कैन आई डू इट? You learn something new, obviously new skill आप लेके आओगे और 15 पे आप ज़्यादा फोकस. वो I think that's come from my personal experience.
There's this proverb, no, कि don't work for money, let the money work for you. That is a very मतलब वो real life में ना it makes a lot of sense because
Seinfeld का उसमें जोक है वाला बहुत अच्छा कि like मैंने इतना काम करवाया अपने पैसे को क्योंकि इतना वो चला जाता है. अब मैं चाहता हूँ कि पैसा तो बैंक में बैठ मैं काम करूँगा क्योंकि इतना वो हो गया कि you invest obviously यही mindset से कि you are liabilities, asset और इसमें सब कुछ में ये मेरा third point है कि
so what happens there is a difference between looking for fast money and easy money.
हाँ actually
if you're looking for easy money with this it's not going to stay up. Fast yes because it's like obviously an FD is a safer investment but it's almost like अगर आप FD से 8% कमा रहे हो and if the market is giving you say 15% in a year, why not? I would put half my money in FD, half of that money in the market. So it's more of optimizing on what you have. And thoda I feel like if you are young, I think you need to learn to take risks in terms of this. Because even if you lose it, you still have the age factor to make it again. That is why people tend to like slow down on their risk-taking capacity as they grow older.
You have less responsibilities and stuff to look after, so you can manage and make up for that.
Optimism, diversification. Don't invest in stock, equity. Have like सब कुछ ऐसा भी कि बैंक में FDs, PPF you do, or
Oh, love PPFs.
PPF.
Whoever is in India.
Yeah, you can PPF, you can do all those things.
बैठे बैठे करोड़पति बनोगे PPF.
PPF is a very good option. Invest in that. और third is start early as you can, जितना जल्दी कर सकते हो. और what else?
Keep a little gold as well.
Gold is a good investment as well.
Gold
Take a
bond.
little risk at early age.
Yeah.
If you're
Little
young.
If
risk?
you are making money, I think you should. The thing is, and I'll tell you what happens. The moment you know you are making money, you will start looking into it.
Actually true.
That is actually a very
Because you
valid
know,
point.
you-
It's a mindset.
Yeah, and you know that your decisions are yielding you returns is when you are like you become कि हाँ, but वो ये कि when you are doing that first step at least 3 साल का रखो कि your first
Don't-
goal.
Basically that the last thing which you said, like fast money and voila, easy money, there's a difference. So have that goal कि हाँ at least मेरे को 3 साल 4 साल का patience रखना है. Okay, any final thoughts?
I learned a lot from it.
Okay.
It was a lesson for me. It was like a crash course for me.
Actually, it was a really good session. Thanks to
Even though I did study commerce for my bachelor's degree, but then I lost touch of it since then. So, and I have no knowledge of investing in finance and all that.
yeah. Also for me, also it was a good for investments, finance. Like coming from obviously she has more experience.
Yeah, I'll go check my chart today.
So it was a good session. Any final thoughts?
I think it gave me a good thing कि मेरे को वापस जाके थोड़ा और पढ़ना पड़ेगा. I need
It's
to.
a revolving होता है.
Yeah, तो I think it थोड़ा सा motivation आ गया कि चलो कुछ और करो. Let's look into something more.
I feel like discussions like these brings more clarity to yourself as well, because you look back and draw a pattern and really think about certain aspects of your life. So I feel like it's really good.
Okay, cool. Thank you guys. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
And thank you guys. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you then in the next session on different topics. Yeah, see you.